Yo. About to let some tunes play and holler at my folks, let them know. I'll do a little tribute thing to them.
Niggas be rapping shit for a fashion show, and that's a no-no. Commit to an action, stick to your passion, yo, and then you gon' blow. Up in the game, fuck what they saying, suckers are lame, clutching your fame, fuckery king, cause these niggas won't stay and they lay a yang. Hey, let me tell you how I did it. Started as young and I was running with a bunch of niggas, brother, but the best of the step to your set, to your flex, to your rep, your rights wanna break out. When I lay them out, space, give you space when I lay it out. Time is money, I don't got nothing to play around. We'll lay it down quick when the battle will be over in the first round, bitch. Ask niggas, you can ask of us, they're gonna tell you that we real and spectacular. If the jewelry truck, then I can back it up. Now give me 50 feet when I get in this heat. Niggas be spitting that shit that is soft. Be leaving rockers while I'm taking off. See how my verse be the first thing ever to leave the earth. Break the glass ceiling and you're so feelings. Feel them, these are the real ones. Blunted or heady, be hunted authentic. You leaning on something I said, you know my name. Always came, and me and Nicole. No deep in your soul. You know we taking off, but she got the ball taking over the game. I'm a spinner. Yeah, I'm a spinner. Hard hitter, boy, spinner, I deliver. I'm a spinner. Yeah, I'm a spinner. Boy, split child if you're a hitter. I'm a spinner. Yeah, I'm a spinner. Hard hitter, boy, spinner, I deliver. I'm a spinner. Yeah, I'm a spinner. Boy, split child if you're a hitter. This man go ham, but I don't chew the swine like a savage. Still call me savage, and you like baggy pants, the way I play you out. You niggas booty and shot like your ass in hands. Wanna beef with me? You do not have a chance to do a battle dance at a cattle ranch. You're too calcified for the rap to hand you. These are monkey bars with a batch of bananas. Tone space pose game, it's the same name. Flow great, show the game how I play. Transform my account to the fake game. Bands off for the bars that I may say. Cop a house with the hits that I write you. Cop a house I was filled with the white dudes. A lot of soul be a foot like a right shoe. Got a whole team of spitters, that's my crew. Blip, killing them, killing them. Firing shots that'll snipe you. Who is the best lyricist on the face of the planet? If you say pose, can you alright? Now these rap wildin' out at the guard hour. And the trappers surviving off God's power. They done stuck us in the hood so we can harm ours. Side of government roll like a car voucher. Food for thought, yeah, it's healthy, gon' trim the fat. Lean up, pull me, get the fucking Lord out you. This flow put you in hospitals. I'm hospitable. Hot spit at you, hot spittle. Clipping your shots fired, not missing ya. You like that, right? Knock the heart out you. I'm a spinner. Yeah, I'm a spinner. Hard hitter, boy, spinner, I deliver. I'm a spinner. Yeah, I'm a spinner. Boy, split child if you're a hitter. I'm a spinner. Yeah, I'm a spinner. Hard hitter, boy, spinner, I deliver. I'm a spinner. Yeah, I'm a spinner. Boy, split child if you're a hitter. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. But we're not done yet. You see, we've got a very special guest spitter tonight, and she wants to tell the trolls out there what the cold part is. Do you feel me? She ain't no joke, but she'll hit your ass with a punchline. So without further ado, allow me to introduce to you the queen to be, Mia Nicole.
Me on the call, A-Tone, say that I'm taking the game over. I see no lies in that. I have no problem with niggas that mumble, cause how could I be mad at something I don't understand? I just don't fuck with it, it's not my forte. I'm not a fan, I am a spitter, I told you I'm gross. Passing it down to my little lambs, cause damn it, I can. I am the GOAT. Talking that shit, trying to bring out that side of me. Rappers are really a rare commodity. Bitch, I'm not a rapper, told you I'm a spitter. You don't know me, but you know nobody real. See you mad, cause my verse is untouchable. And really don't nobody fuck with you. So you took your time out to come in some. Just make sure you know who you coming for. I cannot beef with no old talentless nigga. Handle this nigga, I would really dismantle this nigga. Really, you just a fan, little nigga. I'm on my body, you nothing at all when you standing beside me. Bitch, I'm a real spitter, you talking your slobber. I'm ducking on niggas a lobbing that shit up the tone. Like Space Jam and I'm Jordan. I can't stand no waste the ass and put your face down in some water. And just forget to stand up.
Wake that ass up. In the morning, the Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
I'm one more day this morning to the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God. Right? Nah, chilling. I'm actually doing a live show right now on behalf of you and Amar, and I'm about to hit him up too. You know, if you wanted to come through or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Just talk shit. I might even throw a game on, play some of your joints and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like the shit just hit me. Like I said, like next thing I know, I look up, it's the 20-something of June. I'm like, oh shit. Word. Oh, do you feel it, or do you still feel? Do you feel on some "ow my aching back" shit, or do you feel still youthful and vibrant? Oh, word. Oh, let me throw a song on. Oh, okay. Hold on, real quick. Yeah. What up, Ted? What up, everybody in the thing? Yeah, it's two of my good friends whose birthdays I missed and shit. So yeah. All right. Hello.
Poets can't be old to name. Check it out. You know the game. Tapioca. I thank God for my talent since the last one recorded the full album. 7 days, I go past what you saw is mega amazing. I'm the greatest fan, quicker than many. I hit the paper, getting liquored off any. I put on many, had the drug dealers switching they hustle, get money with me. Poets came near the millions, what up, you can bubble with me. Pete and Tommy, keep your memories with me when I get busy. Rest in peace, Charles and Big, I'm about to dominate the city. This music will tell a story when my words are elusive. I just encoded in the tune so your mind can get through it. A little encouragement to bury your doubts, cause that's what courage meant. The worries, you gon' toss some shits out and get another one. A nice guy, nah, that ain't me. I strive for righteousness, you evil, trying to fuck up my world. I'll take your life from it, this lethal. How I bust up these words so fast, I'm writing it like angels put these words on my pen. I see the signs of it. Hey, let me body me another one. I'm coming from the gutter, gonna get us out the slum. Lovely lady, talk good looking, babe, you know I got to know you. And now I call her pudding, cause she gave me tapioca. And now I call you pudding, cause you gave me tapioca. I said I wanna do a personal album, the shit that I like with contemporary versions of how I give you my life, ain't no mumbling with tunes in the trap. I let the music free, I'm something meta-human and rap. Like I got mutant genes, magnetic to whatever I want. Like Max Eisenhower, my passion.
What up, everybody? LJ, what's going on, fam? Ain't seen you in a little bit. Good looking.
Some drama, I'ma take some down. Like the night and dark, the world of large calypso unreal. Like it's pixelated glitches in the matrix, creating another way. It's the dimensions that the demons go mention. The pit is bottomless when stars start to send, and we ended it with a lock on it. The government will label you crazy while through their politics. The truth and crooks are really less sane. You think I'm pop on this? They lie to try to program your brain to the apocalypse. Combine you the poets to Cain and put a stop to it. Everybody, let me body me another one. I'm coming from the gutter, gonna get us out the slum. Lovely lady, told her looking, baby, you know I got to know you. And now I call her pudding, cause she gave me tapioca. And now I call you pudding, cause you gave me tapioca. Matrix chain hanging long and heavy like I'm Galvatron. We pulling dreams about these nightmares till we all gallop on elitists and instructions through music. This ain't the average song. Elitists, that's the name of my team. Let's get the battle when they strike. When we say it is time, but we're staying alias. You might wanna stay in this time. We going crazy in the night, and we don't make a sound. Can hear a paper clip, then boom, feel it boom to the blast. A wide radius, asking why gainers with a dime so delectable. My passion and tenacity grind is so impeccable. Catch a tapioca and she smooth as a pudding cup. Skin gliding up against mine and feel incredible. Salute when you see me in town. Hear the millions, we're plotting out of breaking new grounds at the pavilion. I'm giving out the finger to haters just like a wedding ring and trying to get you all to believe you can do anything. Everybody, let me body me another one. I'm coming from the gutter, gonna get us out the slum. Lovely lady, talk good looking, babe, you know I gotta know you. And now I call her pudding, cause she gave me tapioca. And now I call you pudding, cause you gave me tapioca, huh? And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Poets came, they had the millions. Album done in 7 days flat. You know how I do. Shout out to John, the kid, everybody that rock with me. You know what I mean? Shout out to me and Nicole, pardon me. Shout out to Brooklyn David, everybody I rock with, everybody that I do music with and all that good shit. Catch y'all on that next one. Family.
I'm nice as ever, leave you twice as ever as a flying headed, hand your life to death and write the check and try to step. These ain't no dancing classes, fast to fashion man with glasses, man with hands disasters that'll have your sights and camera flashes. I got an appetite to blame your faction and subtract them, rapping like a man of action. Military panel fraction, killing every fan's reaction, skilled in every form of torture. Ill enough to hack your ass and splash you like a dolphin's water. A dolphin's horror ain't as raw as what I got to give you. Knocking niggas, popping bitches off for something hot and bigger than Project Mices. I'm the nicest on these mic devices. A lot of hype is what these rhymers like. This rhymers high shit. You find the light is shining bright for every rhyme I'm writing. Who's trying to fight, you'll find your plight behind the might of Tyson. Without the biting, guys are frightened when I step on stages and let off ages of rage and a flow that's mad contagious. Silly and sick and salmonella, chasing chicken's flavor. Billy the Kid is back to lay it down and strip your gators. Then take your paper straight to grade your hate evaders nature. Raping the game for rolls, he's acting like I'll pay him later. Shaking these haters off me, backing down a major faker. Breaking your train of thought, my stats and style's the greatest danger. Saving the game is all we have, so now I must commence to bust your dentures. Make your mother mention how the brother reps it. With enough respect, she loves it more than her own fucking wedding. I'm now your father when her husband sold you for the record. The daughter checked that it went platinum cause the broad collects it. She's run the check for all the copies that the stores could get with. These water methods keep the moon reflecting. Tools and sessions having haters losing every battle that they could step in. I'm stupid reckless when I take your neck and chew it headless. You chumps of breakfast, Joey, take them in the new direction.
Yo, I'm cool collective, call my crew direction. Verbs and fuel injected, pay my dues too hectic. Who's to leave a fool dissected? You know my super method, dealers, hitters, troops, aggression. Heavy German legal weapons, so you disrespecting. Fool, I prove my loose demented interludes, my true profession. Confessing that I'm too perfected when I prove the blessing. Do your medulla section like a killer's tool is hitting. It's through conviction that I do my diction well connected. I focus fury with the dopest theory, hope you hear me. It's spoken clearly, overdosing, who close and near me? My vocal tone of flipping, dead your local zone of district. My feel is like the barrel of the chrome fifth spitting. You also learn my slaughter terms, I call it quarter turn. I cock my force to burn, my force is firm, of course I'm flawless word. I'm on the verge of rawness, killing all you mocking birds. Talking herbs, outlines of the flows, you got a lot of nerve. You talking so absurd, I take the soldier term. My spoken words are overthrow your vitals like Ebola germs. Yo, my recitals tight as bridles, virgins in the Bible tight as Chinese eyes on fighters using tigers as they idols. I touch you Midas like I Midas, give you meningitis. I be the meanest, deepest MC with a cleanest thesis. Folding you like a fetus when my heaters start releasing. And mark you like the beast and beat you like the cops of precincts. I make you call the curtains, break you off on purpose, penetrate your surface and poison your fate like water serpents herb. I prove you fake and worthless, take my tray and blaze a person, make the hurt and eternal with facial razor burning now. Get all the tables turning, spray you out of great suburban, leave you laced with certain paper earning, makes you made for murking.
Everybody in the club tipsy. Fuck that, bring hip hop back to New York City.
I'm nice as ever, leave you twice as ever as a flying head and hand your life to death and write the check, don't try to step. These ain't no dancing classes, bash to bash a man with glasses, man with hands disastrous that'll have your sightsee camera flashes. I got an appetite to blame your faction and subtract them, rapping like a man of action, military panel fraction, killing every fan's reaction, skilled in every form of torture, ill enough to hack your ass and splash you like a dolphin's water. A dolphin's horror ain't as raw as what I got to give you, knocking niggas, popping bitches off for something hot and bigger than Project Mices. I'm the nicest on these mic devices. A lot of hype is what these rhymers life is. Rhymers high shit. You find the light is shining bright for every rhyme I'm writing. Who's trying to fight, you'll find your plight behind the might of Tyson. Without the biting, guys are frightened when I step on stages and let off ages of rage and a flow that's man contagious. Silly and sick and salmonella, chasing chicken's flavor. Billy the Kid is back to lay it down and strip your gators. Then take your paper straight to grade your hate evaders nature. Raping the game for royalties, acting like I'll pay them later. Shaking these haters off me, backing down a major faker. Breaking your train of thought, my stats and style's the greatest danger. Saving the game is all we have, so now I must commence to bust your dentures. Make your mother mention how the brother reps it. With enough respect, she loves it more than her own fucking wedding. I'm now your father when her husband sold you for the record. The daughter checked that it went platinum cause the broad collects it. She's run the check for all the copies that the stores could get with. These water methods keep the moon reflecting. Two concessions having haters losing every battle that they crew could step in. I'm stupid reckless when I take your neck and chew it headless. You chumps of breakfast, Joey, take them in a new direction.
Yo, I'm cool collective, call my crew direction. Verbs and fuel injected, pay my dues too hectic. Who's to leave a fool dissected? You know my super method, dealers, Hitler's troops, aggression. Heavy German Luger weapons, so you disrespecting. Fool, I prove my loose demented interludes, my true profession. Confessing that I'm too perfected when I brew the blessing. Through your medulla section like a killer's tool is hitting. It's through conviction that I do my diction brook connected. I focus fury with the dopest theory, hope you hear me. It's spoken clearly, overdosing, who close and near me? My vocal tone of flipping, dead your local zone of district. My grill is like the barrel of the chrome fifth spitting. You also learn my slaughter terms, I call it quarter turn. I cock my force to burn, my force is firm, of course I'm flawless word. I'm on the verge of rawness, killing all you mocking birds. words, talking herbs, outlines of the fools who got a lot of nerve. You talking so absurd, I take a soldier term. My spoken words are overthrow your vitals like Ebola germs. Yo, my recitals tight as bridles, virgins in the Bible, tight as Chinese eyes on fighters, using tigers as they idols. I touch you biters like I Midas, give you meningitis. I be the meanest, deepest MC with a Cretan's thesis, folding you like a fetus when my heaters start releasing, and mark you like the beast and beat you like the cops of precincts. I make you call the curtains, break you off on purpose, penetrate your surface and poison your fate like water serpents. Herb, I prove you fake and worthless. Take my tray and blaze a person, make the hurt and eternal with facial razor burning now. Then all the tables turning, spread you out of gray suburban, leave you laced to certain paper earning, makes you made for murking. I take a jerk and make his nervous system lay for work and make the hurting greatest murders from the Cain and Abel verses. I leave an angel cursed and make his halo burst and flame a worse. I place the earth inside a lot of Falkers megahertz. The pain dispersed to leave you brainless when my stainless jerks. I do my famous third to make you ache, 'cause that's the way it works.
Where we at, Nip?
Cause this is just a little regular shit. Joey, just the map. Let's go. Bang, 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 bang. Gooch, help these fools. Yo. Can you believe some people ain't wanna see me get on? They want to see me take a loss like a Phoenix Shakur. Imagine me drowning, I'm holding and reppin'. My place, my head above water like I'm Florida Evans. Still spew fire though it's cold in Gotham. Y'all weak, old and rotten. I'm strong as a Roman column. Joseph accords you problems. I aim accurate at a target and eat rappers like I'm Anthony Hopkins. Actually, I've been devouring dozens. For years, my head swiveling bust like a howitzer turret. I stay spitting something special to bump. The only hit y'all rappers make is with an S in the front. Extraterrestrial son, Joey crazy. What bars I rap above average as if derived from alien artifacts. Me killing this shit can't be enough. The way I stay flying through these cats like an Arabian rug. It's the 10th letter, 15th letter, 5th letter, get the 25th letter. Get busy, spit lyrics the wheels sever. I bang bang, I maintain, I bring pressure. 10th letter, 15th letter, 5th letter, get the 25th letter. Get busy, spit lyrics the wheels sever. I bang bang, I maintain, I bring pressure. I leave rappers dearly departed in battle. Who wanted at random? My stomach rappers like cannibals that are hungry. You actors ain't gully punk, I burn them like gastric acid. Fetal position, I place them back in the past is placid. The most perfect metaphorist in the forest, the foreman. Headed demolitions in y'all grills like George Foreman. I get it on till morning, but more than battery bunnies. Assault and batter 100 rappers for lacking something. You acting up like you speak with heaters for cheesy shizzle. When I'm a thunderstorm, your style is like a light drizzle. You rain soft when I rain often, rain sovereign. Spirit is centered like Mecca, spitting a king's fortune. Dropping jewels like I'm Solomon, slipping and properly bending these bars like I'm bionic with lyrics. If this was a marathon, then none y'all gon' pass me. When I spit bars that splinter more cells than Tom Clancy. It's the 10th letter, 15th letter, 5th letter, get the 25th letter. Get busy, spit lyrics the wheels sever. I bang bang, I maintain, I bring pressure. 10th letter, 15th letter, 5th letter, get the 25th letter. Get busy, spit lyrics the wheels sever. I bang bang, I maintain, I bring pressure. Like for the luau in the street like shells in a shootout. My rap style extinguish your bars into La Fuma. Y'all are pitiful and when your frail verse start, I make you cats hit a wall like you dare learn hard. Rappers consider me a problem and rhyming spitting like I'll just diving and hit you harder than Apollo and Ivan. And I'm solo, ain't no profit dividing profit with guys who wanna follow like apostles in Christ. And I'm the wickedest wordsmith wordness, sipping on bourbon, spitting and swerving in a suburban, thirsting and burst verses and slave rappers. I spray at them with straight data from out of my grave matter. I bang bang, I maintain the brain drain them. I say slang the shit man they can't fade them. I radiate like 8 bombs as J-Day and I spice life with more mics than 8K. Just 10th letter, 15th letter, 5th letter, get the 25th letter. Get busy, spit lyrics the wheels sever. I bang bang, I maintain, I bring pressure. 10th letter, 15th letter, 5th letter, get the 25th letter. Get busy, spit lyrics the wheels sever. I bang bang, I maintain, I bring pressure. 10th letter, 15th letter, 5th letter, get the 25th letter. Get busy, spit lyrics the wheels sever. I bang bang, I maintain, I bring pressure. 10th letter, 15th letter, 5th letter, get the 25th letter. Get busy, spit lyrics the wheels sever. I bang bang, I maintain, I bring pressure. Gooch, help these fools. Jif, Mr. Map, all day. Mr. Joseph, all day.
Yo, and whatnot, yo. I'm listening to this thing. I'm like, yo, this thing gotta become an entire song. Yo, say Charlie Z out here looking bad. What's up with you, bro? Well, let me chronicle how it all go down. They expeditiously.
Excuse me, miss, but your nuts are showing, nuts are showing, nuts are showing, ma'am. Is that your dick that's dangling, dick that's dangling, dick that's dangling, miss? But your nuts are showing, nuts are showing, nuts are showing, ma'am. Is that your dick that's dangling, dick that's dangling, dick that's dangling? See, he hardly lets you see who he fucks with, sweet and voluptuous, but she has to tuck dick in. But she will take in calls, you're looking for them walls, instead finding balls now. She caught Charlie by surprise, but he still commenced to swordplay up them thighs. And when he was done, said he loved her. She laughed it off and called him cute like a sucker. Then she took a trip to the diner to eat and hope a brand new client will find her. You see, she had the mini skirt up high, capturing enough nice attention from the guys. But that's when the waiter approached her, discreetly tapped her shoulder and softly told her, Miss, I think your nuts are showing, nuts are showing, nuts are showing.
Kicking back, chilling.
But your nuts are showing, nuts are showing, nuts are showing, ma'am. Is that your dick that's dangling, dick that's dangling, dick that's dangling, miss? But your nuts are showing, nuts are showing, nuts are showing, ma'am. Is that your dick that's dangling, dick that's dangling, dick that's dangling? Now Charlie done got exposed, sex in a tranny, vexed as he can be, went out and planned the attack. He sucker punched him, a homeless man, all because he don't want that stigma for stroking man. Please, why don't you just be yourself? If you like them dangling dicks, go for your delf. That is what you get for trying to stun Camilla. Got your dollars while you only look like a punk. She is always having a hard time hiding her penis, even more when it gets hard at times. Balls that hang lower than Mike's mom's titties and her balls too to hide that white schlong. That's why every place and establishment that you can catch her in, they tell her that miss, I think your nuts are showing, nuts are showing, nuts are showing, miss. I think your nuts are showing, nuts are showing, nuts are showing, ma'am. Is that your dick that's dangling, dick that's dangling, dick that's dangling, miss? I think your nuts are showing, nuts are showing, nuts are showing, ma'am. Is that your dick that's dangling, dick that's dangling, dick that's dangling?
Nuts are showing, excited now, fuck is growing. Mini skirt sack waving like the fucking ocean. Charlie Z don't care, now the brother's open. So a plate and Dookie shoots for the love emotion. And when she strut her stuff, you see the missile poking. Where you would think be a muff, she got a nipple showing. And fishnet top wear, but what's not there? A real vagina when she groom shaving her cock hair. And don't forget those nuts, she keep them squeaky clean. An exhibitionist jiggling at a freaky scene. Because there's many a guy that really like that. They hit the Henny, then vibe out with a guy crack. And gripping titties while a kissy gets hard. She really pretty in the face, but Camilla is smart. Cause she can spot a trick a mile away that's open the pussy. So if you see her at the club, take a good closer look and see.
Are those your nuts that's showing, nuts that's showing, nuts that's showing, ma'am? Is that your dick that's dangling, dick that's dangling, dick that's dangling, miss? Are those your nuts that's showing, nuts that's showing, nuts that's showing, ma'am? Is that your dick that's dangling, dick that's dangling, dick that's dangling?
What's going on, good people? What's happening, good people? Let me do a quick little shout out for whoever's in the thing. I've just been a bad friend. I have two very good friends whose birthdays I missed. I think one was the 20th, the other was the 21st. So I just want to do a little tribute show, shouting them out. What you heard a little earlier was some songs from one of them. My man keep changing up his name and whatnot. Could find his channel. He do the gaming thing. What's his new name? He switched it from Stormraiser, so I switched it myself in the title. Rising Storm. So shout out to Rising Storm, and the other is Amarvelous. I'm gonna link Amarvelous channel. He also does videos on some, semi-conscious community stuff. Very deep, very knowledgeable brother. brother. You know what I'm saying? Us New Yorkers have a tendency to throw that V in TH words. So he's a very knowledgeable brother. You know what I'm saying? We got to learn. What I said, niggas can't stick their own tongue between teeth. That's what I meant in that line. We got a lot of your mother, your brother. So, let me pull up the chat. Excuse me, miss. I think your nuts are showing. Okay, we got in the thing. We got Hannah Hardcore up in the thing. What's happening with you? Let me hook you up right there. Bong. We got Southside of Mike up in the building. We got Mike's brother in the cut. You know what I'm saying? Of course, as well. I'm sure we got Sheila Coleman in the thing. What's happening, sweetheart? Good to see you. Ted Kennedy up in the building. B Hogs, are you down? Are you down? LJ in the thing. DC in the building. Keep your shit like this. Could actually ride around listening to this. Yeah, good looking, LJ. Yo, that whole album, that song that you was talking about, I did like a whole album, 12 tracks with kind of like a more contemporary flow. No try to be fast and twisty or none of that. So like that one song you heard, just multiply that by 12. I got a whole album that sounds kind of like in that lane. You know what I'm saying? And thanks to stuff that you say and other people, like, you know, I take that into consideration. Elm City up in the thing. Dookie Badass up in the building. And Red Baron up in the thing. What's happening? Let me find my man Amar's channel, Amarvelous. I want y'all to check him out. So yeah, the whole time I was on the phone, I was trying to call him. I called Rizing Storm, aka Numbers. I'll say that. That's his other nickname, Numbers. So I called Numbers. I tried to reach out to Amarvelous. He didn't pick up. I know he'd be working a lot. So I called the homie Dread, who's, you know what I'm saying, also another one of his right-hand people, just to see if he might be like with him or whatever. So Dread might be tuning in. If you're in the building, shout out to Dread. Let me pull up Amarvelous channel. Amarvelous. The Rising Storm Amarvelous show. Type it Amarvelous and the live shit show up. Did I spell it wrong? I think you might spell it different. Amarvelous? Yep, sure enough. I spelled it wrong. So this is channel right here. Check him out. Check him out. Get his numbers up. He's into astrology. Just conscious stuff. He's into topics on finance and things like that. Real sharp brother. One of my very best friends. Known him for we probably sitting on like 2 decades plus right now. Throw it in the chat if y'all want to check him out. I'm gonna let one of his videos rock because you know, this is like a late birthday show to them people. Think about Mike running. John Doe in the building. What's happening? What do I think about Michael Moore running? I think that he should not be running. Like the shit that happened, the little doxing and everything, it comes with the game. If you're gonna be one of these like people that goes hard body at people all the time. Now, first, let me say this: I've never known of Mike specifically doxing anyone, or you know, I'm not sure if he himself has doxed anyone. I do know there was something with Chris, with him trying to speak to his baby's moms or something like that. So I don't know if he brought whatever information people were trying to bring about Chris to the table, or if he was just following up on someone else that doxed him by speaking to his baby moms. But either way, that's brushing along that lane. Might as well be the same shit if you ask me. So, you know, I say that to say, you know, because people saying it's karma and everything, but at the very least, he has followed up and went in on people's supposed doxed information. You know what I'm saying? And taking that information, cooked it, roasted it, utilized it for, you know, his own gain, or for him to talk his shit. So the point I'm making is, if he can do that, then he should be able to take it, because basically he's dishing it out. Like I said, I don't know if he specifically ever did the actual doxing, but he definitely has amplified doxing of other people. So he should just ride with the flow. You know what I'm saying? If you're strong enough to like go at motherfuckers all the time, then shit, don't run. You know what I'm saying? Your time just came, man. A lot of people's time comes in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't run now. Like, why run? That shit is like soft. And you know the shit that came out. Okay, what we got on arrest record, beating up his ex-wife. What I heard? Did a year, or he has robberies and credit card shit on his thing. A lot of people got criminal histories and shit. Like, the shit didn't look like too outrageous compared to other people's doxed information. You know what I'm saying? You in the projects. Your shit came out and just go to show you a project nigga. So what else is new? You know what I'm saying? Roll with the punches. Keep it the fuck pushing. All right, it's my man Channel. Julian, hey. Yeah, why run? Think he is a coward. I'll be like Cliff running from Styles after talking tough for 8 years. The first one to contact Chris' wife and start. Okay, so yeah, so technically he has done that then. Then yeah, that's karmic. That's a karmic retribution or rebuttal or whatever you want to call it. If he set that Chris' wife thing off and whatever the heck she had to say, then yes, he has done doxing. So, and it's poetic justice that Chris is the one that brought that to the table. So shout out to Chris. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, why the fuck run? Chris didn't run. I hope you get a record deal. Oh, thank you, Dookie. I never been like a big fan of a record deal. Like, to me, that, you know, that's always seemed like a romanticized thing. Get a record deal. Get a record deal. You know what I'm saying? And I've always kind of had like an independent spirit in any and everything. So I never look at us. I never like really sought out a record deal per se. I told a story a little while ago, when I was like early 20s, about kind of brushing shoulders on things in that lane, and you know, the little weird shit that I saw, and I said, fuck this shit. And that was before the internet and the knowledge of they got a fuck bracket that if you make this amount of money, you got to be down and get bent over, and all the wild stories that you hear. That was way before any of that I saw something that kind of seems like, you know, shit like that is plausible. It's my man Amarvelous. Let me throw one of his videos up, give y'all a little taste. You know what I'm saying? He would be like in hard body in the conscious community, but he just don't fuck with them people like that. He saw like a lot of fakeness in the quote unquote conscious community a long time ago. Like, he fucks with A.A. Rashid. He fucks with a couple people, but you know, I don't want to speak for him. I'm speaking from, you know, what he told me. He said he don't really rock with them niggas like that, but he definitely has a lot of good information. Very powerful, knowledgeable brother. You know, I'm trying to get a hold of him so I can let him know. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking out, and apologize for missing his birthday. I'm gonna pick something short that I could play for real quick. The Fear of Money. Chromatophobia. The fear. All right, we're gonna. This is my man Amarvelous. Happy belated birthday. The Fear of Money. Chromatophobia. 14 minutes and 10 seconds. Let's go. Shit got some views, did it? Oh, that's 8 years ago. We want some new shit. Nah. We don't want to do. All right, masturbation opens portals to negative spirits. Nah, I don't think we want to do that one right now. Donald Trump files is the white Obama. Trying to show my man. What is this? Intro to angel investing? End of new moon in Scorpio. Okay, yeah, because he's deep in astrology. We'll rock this real quick. It's short, 8 minutes.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. This is Amarvelous. Thank you for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. It's going to be a brief video. This is kind of like a new moon confirmation. I wasn't going to do this video, but after Charles Manson's death, I figured it'd be a good video to do based on the symbology of letting go. If anything, this new moon represents obviously new beginnings, going through the darkest parts of yourself in terms of coming out with something beautiful. So going through the pain of all the stuff that you're going through in terms of bringing out forth something that is beautiful and uplifting to yourself is what this moon represented. But I think on a larger scale for everyone, in terms of plugging into one theme that applies to everyone, I think Charles Manson's death, or the release of this death during this time, is a universal sign of letting go. I think as we approach the new year, as we move into a new sign of Sagittarius, I think that this death happening at this time is a clear indication that you have to let things go. Especially things that are of the darkest nature, things that have been giving you the most turmoil. Maybe it's time to accept whatever happened. If it's detrimental, if it's traumatic, I think this death nationwide, because when you hear about deaths on a national level, whether they be natural deaths, assassinations, health causes, if it's on a national level, they take on a meaning to the collective unconscious. Because as human beings, we share, no matter how independent we are, we share a connection. And that connection as human beings creates a field of consciousness that we all share into. And based on the overall predominant thought process and emotional field that we share, that overall field that we have in common is what's going to be projected as our reality. Even if it's a staged event, whatever we accept as a collective, as a narrative, or as true, is going to be projected into the world. So if as a collective we all believe a certain type of thing, it's going to play out in the news, it's going to play out on television, in the movies, period. Until we as a collective change the beliefs that we have in common, whatever we see now is going to reflect what we have in common on a regular basis. So as we progress to a new consciousness collectively, we're going to start to see new stories and new narratives. So Charles Manson dying, a part of us as a collective also died, because Charles Manson symbolized a particular thing, right? The face of evil, just like Hitler, just like many other figures. And when these archetypes die, a part of us dies as a collective, because we are connected to these national figures, where we want them to be or not. Because we help contribute to them being national figures by the attention we give them, by the stock we give in the media, the fact that they're called stars and they shine and they're famous. They cannot have fame unless we give them our energy and attention to put them in this position as to where they outshine the rest of us like stars, and we label them as famous. So anytime you see a national figure go through something in the public and it's broadcast, and or you go through a death that's broadcast, the bigger the promotion of that event, of that star and that death, represents how much of our energy, our attention that we've given this archetype figure throughout time. So Charles Manson is something that has been a generational torch passing of evil. So him dying is symbolic of things, not just recent things, but being that he's a generational archetype of evil and something that's been carried on through generations in this media, through different eras. This also represents the things that might go back to our childhood decades ago, a long time ago, that we need to let go of. So as we close out this new moon, and with the Charles Manson dying, I think that the message, the universal message for everyone, is to let go of those things, not just of the last few weeks, days, or months, but maybe let go of at least one thing that may have happened in your childhood or from decades ago that's still haunting you, and actually make a conscious decision to spend the day, right, the final hours of this moon, and actually speak out and letting it leave you. Whatever it is, whatever trauma it was, maybe this is time right now, because this is the most powerful new moon of the year, to actually relinquish it verbally, right? Relinquish it on paper, write it out, burn it, which is what I'm going to do as this day ends. And whatever it is that you were difficult to accept, even if you think about it after today, just speak it out and say, you know, I let it go. I relinquish you. You've been a part of me forever, and now it's time for you to exit. And I think that Charles Manson dying is symbolic of all of our evils and all of our demons that we have that still haunt us. Maybe we should symbolically, ceremoniously, ritualistically create our own ceremony. Write it out what it is that has caused us pain, who has caused us pain, but not recently, from a long time ago. This is the time to release the reoccurring, long-standing negatives that we've carried on to. So even if we still think about it after today, if we speak it out, write it out, burn it, go if you have a warm climate to the beach or wherever, ship it off in the ocean, some kind of ceremony to where these things that we have that have been haunting us for decades, we relinquish and get rid of. And we'll call that the relinquishing of evil, the Charles Manson ceremony. But that's what I wanted to make this video for. I think that this was a clear sign to me that the world collectively should take this time and dig into what it is that has been plaguing them for decades, for a long time, and today make it an actual practice to relinquish it. And I think that in doing that today, you might feel a level of therapy that you have not experienced in a long time, if ever. So that's why I wanted to make this brief video, to use this new moon, the end of it, and the death of Charles Manson to actually relinquish those things that have been reoccurring through your own ceremony and just banish it and get rid of it so then you can go to a higher level. So with that, I hope this video was useful. See you soon. Peace.
Yeah, John Doe, I know what you mean. And this is why I gotta stay on with plans that I do. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us, I'll like plan so much shit and then not fully see it through, and that's something I gotta work on. But yeah, there was a time me and Aire was supposed to link up and kind of like do some like duo team shit where, you know, he comes with the information and the knowledge, and I kind of do like, I don't know, put a little more flavor to it or whatever, so to speak, kind of like a Chuck D Flavor Flav type thing or something, you know what I'm saying? But so yeah, I'm gonna try to get a hold of my man Amarvelous. That's him right there. I got the link to his channel and the thing. He has a whole bunch of information. He does readings, astrology, all that shit. And I really think I really fuck with anymore like that, but you know, it is what it is. That's still my homeboy. What's that? That's my nephew. Let me know what you think, Tone. I showed Frost. Okay, yeah. Well, everybody could let you know what they think. After I talk about this little Steez thing right quick, we're gonna take a nice intermission and play your nephew's joints. How about that? All right, so let me kind of load that up. But, you know, it's still things kind of on my spirit, on my mind about this old Steez Leo situation. Is, you know, it's still fucked up. I mean, yesterday, as a lot of y'all know, shit kind of got critical. Allegedly, you know, Steez Leo was out there rolling, you know, hoodied up with the gray hoodie on like Loaded Lux, switching cars and shit, allegedly, this, that, blah, 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 waiting on niggas and all that. And now I caught the stream via Slapper-Dawn, because I don't fuck with Steez like that. Via Slapper-Dawn's live stream, shout out to Slapper. He's still talking that shit, talking about he's gonna surprise him on the block and everything. And so this is kind of like of the same energy I was on last night or yesterday, except just not as critical, since niggas ain't out there now. At least I hope they not. But everything is pretty much the same. I don't think Cliff is playing. Like Steez, I do not fuck with you like that. It's nothing really personal against you per se. It's solely based on what you said. Make sure my mic is on. It's solely based on what you said when you said, oh, just because we were cool and I was cordial, oh, but I still feel a way about whatever. So in my opinion, the times that you were cool with me, you were being fake, and I don't fuck with fake. I'm not going to be cordial to somebody that got some feelings they think about me or whatever. I just won't fuck with you. So yeah, let me get that clear. I do not fuck with Steez. However, Steez is still someone lost in the building. What up? You're still someone that, you know, I've engaged with on this thing and have a familiarity to. And in this community, you know, you're in the mix. You know what I'm saying? So I would not want to see anything bad happen to you, or anything like really bad happen to you. And according to what Cliff said, he basically laid it out. If you come at me or come to my joint, it's a Rizzy for you. I don't gotta say the specifics. Y'all that subscribe to Steez and to Cliff, y'all already know what it is. And he has even made, as I understand, he's even made the precautions, and everything is like on his side of things is set up with the legal premise. Now Steez is on there talking about, oh, I got these videos that say I could do this or that, or I can get away with that. No, bruh. It's like, I don't want to say the things you've said. You know what you said. Everybody knows the shit that you've said on video that you'll do to this person and that person. I'm not going to repeat it because a lot of this shit is sensitive. As I understand, police calls have already kind of been made as a precaution and shit like that. So I'm not going to repeat anything incriminating to either party. But really think of the things that you said when you be spazzing to certain individuals of what you would do. And those certain individuals, I'm sure, have recorded copies of all that stuff. So ain't nothing about you being cyber stalked or anything. None of that is going to trump some of the wild shit that has come out of your mouth. And Cliff has made it clear what he's going to do if you come at him. Whole time Steez be spazzing and doing a million different videos. I'm going to tell you, just by reading people, Cliff seems like the one that's about what he says. So far, he's been about everything he says. He's always kept the same energy. He's been composed and everything. And the shit that he says now, he said it in that same composed way. So Cliff has shown a pattern of saying something and being about what he says, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean? This ain't about ego or who beat who. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm trying to assist in saving a life. Saving lives, really. Because if the worst happens to Steez, to Styles, let me not even do all that since I'm speaking seriously. If Cliff ends up doing the very worst of what he said he does, then yes, I would feel bad that happened to Styles. But then I would also feel for Cliff, because at that point, what happens next? You know what I'm saying? There could be repercussions for that. He's in Chicago. A Chicago person, he had to do whatever he had to do. Now what is Cliff going to have to worry about after that? You know what I'm saying? So both parties are, you know what I'm saying, at a risk if shit go down. So like really, dude, and again, this is to all the people that still rock with Styles like that. Y'all are doing him a disservice when he's talking all this wild shit about pulling up on somebody that has already made it clear, calmly made it clear what he will do if that person pulls up. He's made the precautions. All of his shit is straight legally. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in his chat room and Styles is talking that shit and you're doing anything less than telling him do not do that, then you're doing him a disservice. Or at the very least, don't co-sign it. Dread, what up, Dread? Is he watching? Let me see. Oh, send a link to Amar. Cool. Yeah, you're doing him a disservice if you co-sign it. And quite honestly, if at least somebody that he really rocks with does not tell him you're wrong, then you're doing him a disservice. Worried about him getting mad at you, kicked out the chat room, not fucking with you anymore, which will probably just be temporary because he's in his bag about the fucking situation. You know what I mean? You gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Weigh the risks and rewards and take a chance and do it. Him spazzing on you in the chat room, or you saying something that will contribute to something that he may actually think about and then not do. I mean, the writing is on the wall. That's how I'm looking at it. Cliff has made clear what will happen if certain people come at him and do whatever. So, yeah, this shit ain't funny. It's not a game. It ain't about something to prove. None of that. We got local mobile guru in the building. What up, fam? That time we sold pieces in PG. Oh, is LJ still in the building? Oh shit, we got a, you know what I'm saying? We got a youngin up in the crew. If LJ is still up in here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's Dread up in the building. You know, talking about the days of the, you know what I'm saying, the good hustle and everything. Yeah, I be talking about that shit here and there. I told you know, about what happened to Charles and everything, the hustle days, a couple of the stories and everything. You know, we got tons of them. I'll get you on the show. If you ever want to get on the show, you know, we could chop it up about all that, tell a lot of, you know, a lot of them funny stories from them days and all that shit. But yeah, I basically had the whole business going on, doing the wholesale, whatnot. I mean, we could go on and on about that shit. He has a right to defend his life if pressed. Exactly, Lost. Cliff has been consistent in everything you've seen. Exactly. People get worked up online easily. Look at Tyree, yeah. And yeah, it's just not worth it. It don't matter who did what. And like I said, when I made that logo for Cliff, that's before I watched a bunch of J Black videos of him hyper-critically analyzing the footage and everything. At that time, I was under the impression that, yeah, Cliff probably did get pieced up. That wasn't no shot at Styles. It was just for Cliff for just standing up, coming to the thing squared up, keeping that same energy. It didn't matter to me if Cliff won or lost. You know what I'm saying? I just respected the fact that he, you know, he stood on his square. That's what that logo shit was. Oh, it was a slight. There was no slight at you. People bought Cliff a phone because they fuck with Cliff. Not everything, you know what I'm saying? That's part of the problem, man. That fucking egotistical, maniacal shit will eat you alive. It is eating you alive. Your ego that Freud was talking about, the id, the ego, and all that other shit, that entity of called the ego can destroy you, dude. Homeboy has already made clear what he will do if such and such happens. You think just because he's not woofing like you and screaming and hollering? No, he's very calm and composed. Cliff, I'm talking about, when he says such and such that he will do. That's the shit that you gotta, you know, take serious. When someone is calm and composed about it, and they've been calm and composed about other things in the past, and those shits have come to fruition, that kind of shows you he has a pattern of being about what he's talking about, just because he's not hooting and hollering about it. Yeah, but the good old hustle days, those were the days. So, yeah, man. Everybody, man, do not allow that man to lie. Well, he said he ain't gonna talk about it no more. Hey, why the fuck you even talking about it in the first place? You're trying to impress a fucking crowd. Like, if you weren't, then none of this shit would be spoken about. But yeah, do not let that man talk about going on a dummy mission and killing himself and just sit back and support him. Oh yeah, that's cool. No, if you really fuck with him, intervene. Take that risk of him taking your wrench and kicking you out the channel. You might be helping to save a fucking life. You know what I'm saying? Think of after the fact, when that nigga's a fucking stain on the ground, and the shit that you said in the chat room prior to him being a stain on the ground. What you gonna think once he's a fucking stain on the fucking ground getting scraped up off the motherfucker? You know what I mean? So think to that fucking level, and you know, don't let that motherfucker do that. All right, let me see what Hannah Hardcore. You got we're gonna hear your nephew, what he rap. Let's see what this is about right here. Hannah Hardcore nephew. Where we at? I think your nuts are showing. Pardon me, ma'am. Is that your dick that's dangling with a live dashboard? There we go. Yo, why this shit? Oh, I got that open. I'm like, why this shit so small? What's good with you though, Dre? You said you trying to get a hold of Aimar? Alright, let's see what this is. Open link in new Tizab. What y'all think of this? We got Zilla, feed your head. Okay, interesting.
not too late. I guess my question is, do you think it's too late for me?
What?
I mean, am I just doomed to be the person that I am? The person in that book? It's not too late for me, is it? It's not too late. Diane, I need you to tell me that it's not too late.
Bojack,
I need you to tell me that I'm a good person. I know that I can be selfish and narcissistic and self-destructive, but underneath all that, deep down, I'm a good person, and I need you to tell me that I'm good. Diane? Tell me, please, Diane, tell me that I'm good.
I've been in the shadows for a minute, ain't leaving anytime soon. Neither are you kidding. Every time I step into the light, something gotta block it. Ain't no shine for a nigga when I start, so stop it. Roadblocks clogging up my path on the daily. No love for the grind, all that love for the lazy. I've been in the shadows for a minute, ain't leaving anytime soon. Neither are you kidding. Wanna sleep forever while I travel down this lonely road. I'm my only soul, feet dragging hope. I crush it up and toss it in the trash can. Spirits lower than the grave where they bury you. I carry few dreams, that's a scary truth. Living day by day until my casket's ready. Fuck the whole world, I don't even touch my telly. Living on the edge, I swear to God my palms are sweaty. And I'm feeling like a thug, I need it tatted on my belly. I've been in the shadows for a minute, ain't leaving anytime soon. Neither are you kidding. Every time I step into the light, something gotta block it. Ain't no shine for a nigga when I start, so stop it. Roadblocks clogging up my path on the daily. No love for the grind, all that love for the lazy.
All right. That was Hannah Hardcore's nephew. It's like very smooth. That sound like some, hit trees. Got fucking twist in your hair, kicking back, with a shorty with your hand digging down her while you fingering her, while y'all both smoking real. I think I had a flashback of listening to some comparable music when I was doing that. What's shorty name? Dread will know her name. I be forget, bro. We talking about about 20 years ago. I forgot shorty name. Little thin sister or whatever. I was fingering her and she was shaking uncontrollably. I was like, yo. And the shit was mad tight. I was like, yeah, this is about as much as I'm gonna get up in this right here. This chick is about to have a spaz attack out this motherfucker. But shout out to her. Oh, you knocked out. Okay. Yeah, shout out to Aunt Jones, the family, Sophia, all of them. But yeah, man. But yeah, Mike Mills. Yeah, Michael Moore. Come back. How you just gonna leave like that? Take your ball and go home just cause a little. And yo, dude, he was heated on that joint when his docs were getting dropped, as it was happening. Yeah, that's my name, Michael Moore. He was dumb heated. He was pissed. I don't think I ever seen him that mad. Michael Moore, he went Fahrenheit 9/11. He was hot. Just over some docs getting dropped. As many times as you co-signed docs getting dropped and followed up with roast on people's drop docs and drop docs yourself, at least on Chris. This nigga one time said, I got pictures of your girl talking to me. I'm like, wow, you really on your job, as Elm City said. Stalking Facebooks and all that type of shit. Now you're going to take the ball and run. That just gets no respect, B. Although I will say this, yeah, somebody doxed Mike Mills, a.k.a. Michael Moore. You know what I mean? I ain't saying no new information is already out there. I will say this, though. But it's not an excuse for him running, because he was full of shit. The day before his docs got dropped, I was listening to him, and he was saying that he's thinking of leaving the black sector. He's going to take down all his videos, and he's going to go do some other shit. He did say that. However, he said that bullshit before and not done it. He's just a nigga that just talks shit. He's addicted to this shit. He would not do that. Yeah. So if anything, that was a premonition to something that would actually really convince him to leave the shit, and that was docs getting dropped. Or maybe he's just taking a little break. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he'll come back. But yeah, his whole shit got blown. I think he did a year. I'm assuming a year on the island, Rikers Island. Addresses is out, family pictures, shit like that. I mean, I ain't gonna put up his pictures and all that, but he a granddaddy. Now the funny thing is, I ain't gonna say what. Some of that info I've actually already known. I just never put it out because I'm just not that type of person. But some of the shit that came out is shit that I was already a little bit privy to. I just never spoke on. Oh, yeah, that shit crazy. I don't think many people are gonna miss Mills if he ever leaves. It looked like he might have already taken a ball and ran. I think what people are gonna miss is the engagement of him fresh off of his docs being dropped. You know what I'm saying? We want to see that. We want to see how he reacts to it. We want to be able to throw certain shit in his face. Oh, you say this, but you live with your moms too. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? He's taking the fun away. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the fun. Did Chris go anywhere after you talked to Chris' ex-wife and all that? No, he stood there, standing tall, battled. You know what I'm saying? Now you trying to cheat us of the moment of really like laying into your ass, no homo, fresh off of drop docs. And that shit is foul, man. You cheating us, B. Michael Cool, Cobra Mills. I didn't mean to steal those old ladies' credit cards. Oh, man. Woo-wee! Oh, yeah, for sure, Anna. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, though, them credit card schemes, that was like a ripe hustle. That was a real ripe hustle. And, like, I remember that shit was rocking in D.C., like, in the late 90s when I was out there or whatever, that credit card shit, prior to 9/11. And then, like, recently, like, I think around, like, 2010 and a little after that, especially, like, in Brooklyn, that shit was, like, dumb crazy. They say, Brother Polite was, heavy in that game. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, you taking the fun away, man. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like all give and no all take and no give. So it's true that Mike Mills was banging Mike's moms. Probably. He probably was having swordplay with Mike's moms. Of course, Mike's moms not being Mike Mills' moms. You know, don't get confused for all y'all that may be a little confused right now. Poo in the face is cool to me, word. If that got docs, I'd run too. Damn, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, Mike's moms is a beast. What I said the other day, the vein pattern on Mike's mom's dick is a treasure map to a pile of shit all day. The vein pattern on Mike's mom's dick is a treasure map. Ooh, hunt the treasure to a pile of shit. Word. But yeah, that nigga had to run. Ashes docs Tyree, word. Whole bunch of doxing going on. Damn. Last night, for real? Oh, I gotta get up on that. Yeah, is there any links or any way to see this expose? I remember the other time when she doxed him and I was sitting on a little bit of info and I ain't do nothing with it until we like really pressed the issue, and that's when we learned about this situation. You know what I'm saying? Where's it at? We learned about this old situation. Hold up. Shout out to Ashes 611 for helping compose this very song. Where you found out Tyree Sneed had a ferret and bashed that motherfucker against the wall like a fucking psychotic demon.
Ferrets on the wall,
busting ferrets on the walls. Yes, ferrets on the walls. I bust ferrets on the walls. Ferrets on the walls. Busting ferrets on the walls. Yes, ferrets on the walls. I bust ferrets on the walls. Ferrets on the walls. Busting ferrets on the walls. Yes, ferrets on the walls. I bust ferrets on the walls. Ferrets on the walls. Flinging ferrets on the wall. Yes, ferrets on the wall. Busting ferrets on the wall. I had a ferret that bit me, now can you get with me? My name is Rizing. I punched the nigga right in his face, teeth that were sharp on the razors and slit me. So I said I'ma do this little spit, like it's a good game of handball. That's when I squeezed his ass tight with a grip, threw his ass against the damn wall. You should have seen the way that he slid down, bloody the streak like my shit stains. Every pair of my drawers, those can be found, hand down my pant like I'm pissing. Headphones, I found them shits right on the ground, trading their life of a gangster. I used to own me a shirt, had to give that shit right back to my work. Niggas, they think they can fight, put on these gloves like you're busy, I'll spank ya. And as soon as I go knock your ass down, that's when you feel me to anger. So I'ma quit, cause you know I won. Don't make me do you like the ferret who front. You can see piss growing out of the front of my new pants that I found in the dump. Skeleton king, I do irrelevant things. I shower in sinks, you know my ass and dick stinks. Laugh and point fingers at all you niggas, cause all you ugly as fuck. But really I need me a bath. Ashes to ashes, I'm dusty as dust. Ferrets on the wall, bustin' ferrets on the wall. Yes, ferrets on the wall, I was ferrets on the wall. Ferrets on the wall, bustin' ferrets on the wall. Yes, ferrets on the wall, I was ferrets on the wall. Ferrets on the wall, bustin' ferrets on the wall. Yes, ferrets on the wall, I was ferrets on the wall. Ferrets on the wall, flinging ferrets on the wall. Yes, ferrets on the wall, bustin' ferrets on the wall. I fall in love with the trolls, probably a nigger that's beyond the screen names. But I just need me a friend, the best one I got is this 2-week-old pea stain. And before that I was cool with this ferret, found him while digging through trash. He didn't judge me when I picked my nose or when I dig in my ass. He did not care that I would never wipe, or that I sound like doo-doo on the mic. Only one tip was for me to spend time, then I noticed he start to lose his mind. I would go eat at the soup line and he's looking at me. I'd be like, what? He took a bite of my bread, that's when I slap him right on his head. He would get madder and madder, not knowing this would lead him to a splatter. One day he bit me, I was like, Spicker, you crazy, and punched his ass dizzy. Right in his face, bitch, I'm the greatest, the legend of fighting, you can't win. I told him to say sorry, he just stayed quiet, and that's when I grabbed him. Then I flung his ass hard up on a wall, like a cartoon, we slid to a fall. Bleeding the streak as he slid his ass down, that's what you get for thinking I'm a clown. Type the best, still undefeated, no ferret no more when I test me. Now I just smear my own shit on the wall, that is my badge of honor in the bronze. On the wall, bustin' ferrets on the wall. Yes, ferrets on the wall, I was ferrets on the wall. Ferrets on the wall, bustin' ferrets on the wall. Yes, ferrets on the wall, I was ferrets on the wall. Ferrets on the wall, bustin' ferrets on the wall. Yes, ferrets on the wall, I was ferrets on the wall. Ferrets on the wall, flinging ferrets on the wall. Yes, ferrets on the wall, bustin' ferrets on the wall.
That was Ferrets on the Wall, song about Tyree. And now it's time to freestyle, you know how I be. And if you throw me topics, then you will see
Niggas been
how
counting me
I drop it.
up, counting my bullets from low.
What we got now? Bust a hot style, never offered anybody. If Steve's wanted, I bring it into orbit. I will take him out, thinking that I'm whack, but you very whack. Bury that noise, STL stylistic. You suck 'em out, stiff dick. You only suck it half hard, cause it's hard and it broadens in your jaw. I saw what you did before, it's nothing, and of course I will take you out. We can add a battle live. I'm like Channel Live without the KRS, cause my channel's live. And yours is kinda subtle and it's stupid though. It's nothing that you doing, you are puto though, it's stupid though. Now if you think that you can fuck around with groovy flows, space is the greatest, no dibbity dibby, stupid Joe. Is what you saying, like I only had one style. I come around, what you wanna do, you get gunned down lyrically. See, I'm not threatening violence, the best it is I am, you like it, a titan is what I am. And you're a little Minnie Mouse, but I'm no elephant, scared of you, your little house that you in. You need to chill and stop making threats. Niggas about to lay your ass down, they ain't playing shit. I mean, really, what's it take to impress these trolls? What's really going on, you stressed, but yo, Stop popping them Xannies like you a nut job. Drinking too much liquor, word is born. You gonna get your ass just scraped off the street like a scraper. Motherfucker trying to pull a caper. See you later, what they say. But you gay, lift your leg up like smash, bitch, smash. Okay, come on, man. Coming with no plan, a strong plan. I do parodies and no man can step to this side. You try to call me gay though, but you got so much gay shit like your a-hole as it gets anally infected with dildos. You sell used ones. Who runs? You do. It's obvious your whole style doo-doo. And who do anything like me like voodoo? It's magicianship. You try to get with this, I'm kicking this, and everything you do is so ridiculous. The ridiculous, you lusted for dick and lusted it again. And trust me, the shit, I'm never rusty with the pen. You neither, but I'm just much better, cause I bust what never been done. It's like a pop balloon. You had your Brockworks and balloons for June 29th. What happened to that? You hoodied up on a nigga block like you were good and tough. Not really though. I'm glad nothing happened, that your stupid ass ain't get scraped up, and that's been something you've been itching for, something like you're suicidal. Suicide, but I do it vital. They're gonna sue you for all this motherfucking talk that you say, and of course, but you just play and acting like everyone's bullying me. But really though, you make threats to everyone, you stupid ass silly hoe. You can't deal with flow. Space better. Motherfuckers trying to expand your gray matter, but not in a thought-provoking way. In a gun to hit you all, it's open, hey, bong, busting like a cantaloupe. Damn, you a joke. You better cut that shit out before a man gets scope upon you and do you dirty. I don't want to see this shit happen, so stop acting berserky. Tone space, Tyree weak sauce in the thing. Yo, let me speak off. Give a king his crown. I can rap, I can sing aloud. No, I can't. When I sing, it sounds whack, man. I get a lay for them tracks, man. That man, creep up on you like Batman. I'm robbing you of your whole style. I'm in Manhattan. No, I'm not. I'm actually in Queens. It's a fact. I be the best ever. Stress never and interact with the scene. I interact with the Streamlabs OBS. It seems you know the best, and see that, know it's when I'm not really kind of feeling the freestyle right now. I'm going in, still throwing the fire flames and prayer signs. I appreciate you, Hannah. I come with rare rhymes, and yo, here's my motherfucking heart. I keep it going on from the motherfucking start. It says clouds, and I put people in it on cloud 9 to let you know I look eagle-scented, or not scented, or eagle-seen. It's like the eyes. Lyrically striking guys with a motherfucking skill. Nothing that you could do, cause a brother's tough for real. Yeah, tougher than leather or pleather too. I run DMCs out of anywhere or avenue that they step on. The avenue, you have a brew, I'm cracking you and Mike Moore. Let me talk to you for a second. Your docs got dropped. Talk to you for a second. You run, not trying to stick around for the cooking that is due you. Yo, docs get dropped and you act like the doodoo that you eat. What's really going on? I thought the streets is what you used to run when credit cards you would keep around stealing old ladies' purses and shit. And then you hit your ex-wife going berserk on the chick. Yo, on the island in Rikers, is that where your face got sliced up? Whatever, man, nah-ish. It's good you moved to Atlanta though, or wherever in Georgia, great son. But hey son, why you running for the border when docs getting dropped? Just stick around for the cooking hops. That's an old school word. I know this heard. Really wanna run now that all the words in the documents and the pictures coming out of your familia. What is your ass gonna do except run when it get thick? I don't know what's going on. You know this shit get hectic. Well, other shit gets dropped, you get with it. You drop Chris Docs and now you acting like a bitch. Shit. Fuck is really your problem? I thought you was tough when I'm city in Harlem. Or Jamaica, Queens, that's where you from, and you fake the scene. You wanna run around acting like you tough or you used to be. Then we look at your shit and really, truly be, it look like some silly, sneaky pussy shit. And all them yo sons getting going on and shit like Chris said. And I gotta agree, New York niggas, for a whole bunch of them niggas, they act tough and figure. They trying to praise these people that's thieves and the sneaky, grimy ass niggas. But MCs like me keep it real, authentic, and some. I shout out to real and why niggas never run. Away from trouble when it gets thick, hectic. All you motherfuckers acting like a bitch. Come on, man. Mr. Moore, stop running. Come on, man. Mr. Moore, stop running. Come on, man. Mr. Moore, stop running. Running. Like Fahrenheit 9/11. It gets hot. It gets hectic. It gets thick. You crumble like breadsticks. You snap in half. I have to laugh. Your docs get dropping. You wanna be ass. You already eat dookie. That's how I end it right there. You already eat dookie. Truly. Yeah. When we moving and I saw ya. Shout out to Julian Esparza. Now we be off the top of the mind. Shout out to Tyrese, weak sauce, rockin' a rhyme, yeah. You know the boss that's it, it's tone space, of course. Also we have lost cash it, yeah. And I'm on the motherfucking thing. Shout out to Hand the Hardcore. I said the rhyme a little bit wrong. This is a literate song. It's like I cannot spell, but I cannot well a person's face with the ones and the twos. Jab, hook, cross, uppercut, you know what I do. Oh, you faggots are upping up, you're running up, but nothing what you ever do. Gets with this, I'm coming through and never knew a motherfucker that would act as pussy as some of these people. They must have bad genes like some dungarees. It's been worn like 60 times before washing. Been strong with these rhymes, I'm your option. In songs, I get biz, you know it already. The birthday to Joey and everybody, and let me, oh, I spray hard with this. Shout out to Amarvelous, Dread in the building. People, they want parts of this. Heads in the building, they're severed. They roll up on the lobby floor, your sloppy jaw, and everything that sloppy jaw that Tyree be giving men. His is M. What does his is M mean? It means anything I say it means. I make up words as I say it. I flake clothes, safe. You know what I mean? I create a language when I freestyle the flow in the scene. I make the language and the deed now from those in the scene. They better come and face the truth. I'm coming trying to build some things so I could take the youth and make them do some things that's much better than what they done before. Coming for the top title that is space. What you saw, just like the stars in the sky, just like the hardest with rhymes. It's raw like the thing up on the screen, cause I'm that. And war is how the roar gets backwards up. Coming through with the rawest package of shit that'll make your tongue numb. An onion style is what I get of that and sell it to everyone, son. Nah, I'm just talking about rare lyrical work. Nah, I just come up in here and I go berserk. Yes, just like that old Atari game. Remember that? It's 2600, now do any kids want it? Cause I see they all fronted. I'm put you in the back, side to side, up and down, in and out. Yo, in fact, that means I cover all the scenes, 360 degrees panoramic, know what I mean? Yeah. And I damage all the actors, impersonators. I work the flavor, then I smack you and heard it later. I'm flowing now on autopilot. The freestyle, the topics, I do it, you get excited. Inside it or outside it, I turn you inside out, wear your skin and I ride it. Fuck does that mean? I don't know, it's me. I touch the rap scenes with violent flows. And Slapper said, yo, just make a dark song. I bet Steez will get pissed. Now we know it's on, so yeah. I'ma do that and see what happens. Steez could never see me rapping. Nah, it's never happening. Of this ship, I'm the better captain. You go down or you get off with the women and children because your feelings are very weak. Still MCs like you is trash. Shit. I'm trying to see if Amarvelous will come in the thing. Thank you, good peoples. Oh, I appreciate it, Lords. But yeah, I'm about to just hop up off this. I might come back on some play a game of Mike's Moms, play a game of Clapping at Mike's Moms, aka Gears of War 4. We still have not gotten what's his name? Marcus you know, if Gears of War, Marcus is still consumed in the belly of Mike's moms when we last played Gears of War 4, aka Mike's moms. So I might come back with that. Or if somebody else go live, I might just fall back and watch that and just play it, but not live while I'm watching somebody else like Frost or Siobhan or whoever, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna do right now. But I will end just to reiterate, man, all of y'all that still fuck with Styles, man, do not just let him talk all that suicidal bullshit and just sit there and co-sign it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck the case is, impart nothing but sense to him. Fuck anything else. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you're gonna regret it when he's getting scooped up off the motherfucking street, and that's real. All right, peace.